Okay, mic check, 1 2, mic check 1 2. All right, we're good. We're good on the mic. We're good on the mic. What's up, guys? Everybody file in here really quickly. Let everybody file in. What's going on? Phillip Carr Harris, what's up, man? What is going on? Just about we're literally an hour away from kickoff. Here at Overtime Bar and Grill, you guys come out. Obviously, watch party. We've been talking about it all week. Be sure to come out. That's where we are from right now. Noon kickoff against Florida. I'll be going live post game as well. Fantastic drink specials, food specials, all the good stuff. You guys be sure to come out. But obviously, really excited for the game today. Taking your questions, comments, everything else. Very pumped for the game. I was actually live on Instagram a little bit earlier. So some of you may have seen that, but yeah, really excited. So taking your questions, last minute thoughts, whatever it may be. Sorry. Yeah, again, very, very excited for the game today. Very excited. Cautiously, very, very cautiously optimistic. Very cautiously optimistic, but hoping for the best. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so we got the Blake Cooper vibes going today. Got the Black really turn around and show, but we got the Blake Cooper vibes. I figure Count of Baseball was as good as any against Florida, so why not bring out the white, bring out the pins against the Gators? Why not? So let's see. Chris Shuttleworth, glad you're on. I thought about this all night last night. Everybody's saying fire Muschamp. Who could we possibly get to replace him? I think there are options. I think there are names. You look at Billy Napier, Joe Brady. You even look at a guy like Les Miles. But I've said before, I mean, a young offensive coach is really what I want, what I'm looking for. Somebody who's forward-thinking as far as the offense is concerned. I think football is offensive now, so you need an offensive head coach. And, I mean, it's just one of those things where, again, I mean, you don't not make the move because you're afraid you can't get somebody else. That's why those people in position of powers are in those positions, and that's why those people in position of powers are paid that money to make those type of decisions. So go find a guy. You know what I mean? Go find a guy. There's plenty of guys out there for sure. Nobody thought Dabo was the answer. Nobody thought a lot of these other coaches were the answer. Go find the guy that fits you. But, again, I think it needs to be an offensive guy. Obviously you got to be willing to recruit. I mean, that's a given. You can't get a big-time SEC job or any college football job for that matter if you're not willing to recruit. But that, you know, there are guys out there. There are guys out there, I think, for sure. I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. You don't stay with the bad girlfriend because you're afraid you can't get another girl or you can't find another girl. You don't stay with a bad wife because you think there might not be anybody else, right? You got to take the chance and roll the dice and see if you can find somebody. You know what I mean? So if you know the guy's not the guy, cut your losses and move on. That's all I say. So, I mean, maybe he still is the guy, but I'm just saying if you get to that point where you feel like, hey, 100% he's not the guy, don't waste time. Don't waste time because you're scared you won't find somebody else. Let's see. Young gamer Nick Muse is going to have a big game. He needs to. Yeah, again, you need to find as many weapons outside of Shi Smith as you can. Obviously, Nick Muse had a really, really solid week one. I think they'll go to him again. I think the Gamecocks are going to use the tight ends all season long. So, yeah, I expect Muse to have probably, I'd say, 4 or 5 catches for sure. Let's see. It's Colby. If Muschamp were to get fired, my best candidate is Will Healy. Yeah, that's a solid name. Again, there are candidates out there. There are names out there for sure. Bryce Bridges, do you really think Tanner will 1, fire Muschamp, and 2, find the right guy? That's the $1 million question. I mean, I don't know. So, Phillip Carter Harris, what is the reason that Jalen Brooks was denied by the NCAA? It's the NCAA, man. You think they really gave a reason? Of course not. Let me fix this. Of course they didn't give a reason. It's the NCAA. They don't explain anything. So I have no idea. I don't know how Cade Mays gets his eligibility and Jalen Brooks can't. I don't understand it, but it just is what it is. Hunter Young, is there any chance Muschamp gets fired at the end of the year? I think if you go 2-8 or worse, 2-8 or worse, obviously, I think then again you start having those conversations. I've said realistically all offseason I thought he was back just because of the pandemic and the economic ramifications of that. But if you go 2-8 or worse, I think those conversations will start to happen. Bob Castlin's the wild card in all this. Bob Castlin's the wild card. So let's see. Rob Sims was thinking about something from last week that concerns me. If their quarterback's worth a crap and didn't overthrow him behind his receivers, I'm afraid that game wouldn't have been close. Scares me bad for today. I mean, the defense has got to play better. Secondary's got to play better. I feel good about JC and Izzy. Everybody outside of that, it's certainly a concern. So you got to have your secondary step up as a whole, no question. Rodney Creel, hopefully we get the ball spread around some more this game. Shi will be a focus of their defense. I'd love to see Doty thrown in for some design plays at quarterback. Yeah, I'd love to see some creativity offensively. I mean, Muschamp has said you're going to see Luke Doty on the field. I think it's going to be at wide receiver. And again, he's too good of an athlete not to get out there. I mean, if he's your fastest guy, he needs to be out there. You know, if he's truly your fastest guy, one of your best athletes on the team, he's got to get out there for sure. So I think we will. I think we will see him out there, no doubt. Donnie Cunningham, over under 300 pass yards for Hill, over under 2.5 touchdowns for Trask. I'm going under 300 passing yards for Hill. I'm going to go over 2.5 passing touchdowns for Kyle Trask. Andrew Bowers, I see a lot of people hating on Colin Hill this morning. Dude can't catch a break. Yeah, listen, I've said it all week. I think Colin, I had no problem with the way Colin played week 1. Had no problems with the way Colin played. Obviously, he needs to continue to come along and develop, but Colin's not the flashiest guy in the world. He's not going to wow you, but I think he's going to give you a solid option back there in the sense of he's not going to throw the game away. He's a veteran. He knows the offense. I think he showed all that last week. Again, this is a new test, first SEC road start. How does he fare in it? Florida, I think, is more talented than Tennessee defensively, believe it or not. How does he handle it? But I think Colin's a guy, again, I feel comfortable with Colin back there. I liked what he did week 1. I don't even really think that the pick 6 is, again, it's definitely not totally on him. It's 50-50 between him and Shai. Kind of a bad luck thing. But I thought Colin played well. I don't think there's any reason to be critical of Colin yet. Donnie Cunningham, over under 2.5 sacks this week. I will go. You had 2 last week. I'm going to go under. Florida's got a really good offensive line. Let's see. USC Insider, Jordan needs to step up. To all the wide receivers, we got to run good like last game. We did good, to be honest, on the running game last year. We got to play defense in the O-line. Yeah, no, definitely 100%. Travis Lee, how do we get Muschamp fired after this game? Maybe if we lose 100-0, maybe you'll get your wish. Phillip Carr Harris, Hill looked shaky in the first half in the last game, and I think that was mostly because the O-line struggling. Yeah, the O-line struggling, first SEC game, there's definitely some nerves there, definitely some butterflies. But again, overall, the whole body of work, I thought Colin Hill looked good last week. So he did enough to win the football game, in my opinion. He did enough. So offensive line's definitely got to be better, though. Offensive line's got to be better today. Hill's the kind of guy, again, like most quarterbacks are, though. You got to give him time to throw. You just have to. He's not a mobile guy. We all know that. Got to give him time to throw. Got to give him a clean pocket. Jason Cohn, do you think the secondary will be able to match up versus the UF wide receivers and tight end? Short answer, no. I mean, there's a reason I'm picking the score Florida 41, South Carolina 20. I just, I like what JC brings. Obviously, Izzy against Kyle Pitts, I think, is the best bet, but it's the weapons outside of Pitts that scares me. There's so many other options. Florida has 3 other wide receivers that are 6'3". So it's pick your poison with the Florida offense, and I haven't even mentioned their running backs as well. So Kyle Trask, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Could be a long day. It's Colby. Everybody wants to see Helinski play. Y'all got to give Colin Hill a chance. Best man will play. That's the main point. Yeah, I mean, listen, if anybody else was the backup other than Ryan Helinski, I don't think this would even be an issue, but I understand it. There's a lot of people rooting for Ryan. They want to just see Ryan on the field because of his whole family struggle and everything else, and because he played last year, and I totally understand it, but give Colin a chance. Like I said, I think Colin's a good quarterback. I think he showed that last week, and he's not flashy. But I don't think Ryan would be doing anything that Colin won't do. From what I saw last week, I don't think there's anything Ryan would have done more successfully than Colin did, to be totally honest with you. Andrew Bowers, how many sacks do you think we get? I will say maybe +1. Yeah, I think we could get 1 or 2. I don't think over 2.5, though. Chance Crocker, bend but don't break. Yeah, again, that's one of my keys to the game. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them kick field goals. That'll give you a chance late in the game. Yeah, that'll definitely give you a chance late in the game. They're scoring touchdowns. It's going to be a long day. You're going to need to give your offense, because I just don't think South Carolina can go blow for blow with this Florida offense. They're just too good, too talented. So, Chris Blanchett, is Bobo going to be balanced or run heavy to slow the air raid down? I think balanced. I think they still want to be balanced. I don't think they're going to go run. Obviously, you need to establish the run. You need to establish the running game, in my opinion. But, no, I think they'll be balanced. I think they want to be balanced. That's going to be their goal every single game, I think. Chandler Bryant, shine a slant and go for 50 yards on first drive for a touchdown. Hey, I certainly hope so. Be a good start. Hunter Young, is Helinski more of a good story than a good football player? I think Helinski's a good football player, too. I mean, again, we all know why Colin Hill won the job. You know what I mean? The experience in the offense. I mean, that's really what did it. You know what I'm saying? I think Ryan's a fine football player. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's just Colin just had more experience, and South Carolina needed that right now. So, Travis Lee, serious question. Be honest about your opinion on T-Rob. I mean, it's crazy how much T-Rob's stock has dropped in the last couple of years being at South Carolina. I think he was once thought of as one of these great defensive minds and a guy who could leave and maybe get a head coaching job. And I think now, I don't know. I don't even know what T-Rob does, to be honest with you. I know he coaches defensive backs, but we have 2 defensive coordinators for what? For what? So I don't know. It's tough to speak on it because I'm not in those meeting rooms. I don't necessarily know day-to-day what T-Rob does. I know he's a great recruiter. I know he's a great recruiter for sure, but, we got to be better defensively. That's the biggest thing. I don't care who it's on. We got to be better defensively. G-Man, do you think we can utilize Doty? Yeah, get him out there, get him in space, whether through a screen, a short pass, whatever. I'll be excited to see him on the field in any capacity. So, yeah. So I just want to see him on the field. Just want to see him on the field for sure. Let's see. Phillip Carr here. So if we can replace the third down defense that we had in the last game against Tennessee, then we might give ourselves a chance, but UF has too many weapons. I think you mean if we can replicate. I said replace, my bad. Replicate, yeah. Yeah, you hold Tennessee to 1 for 12 on third down. That's normally a winning recipe for some reason. However, it happened. You didn't get the win last week. If you can hold Florida to 1 of 12 on third down, you're going to give yourself a great chance. There's no question. So hopefully the Gamecock defense can do that again. Again, that bend but don't break mentality. Just bow up when you have to. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Carolina Titan, I think Horn gets his first pick with Trask airing it out so much. I hope so. They don't throw his way. I thought he'd get it last week. I was shocked the Gamecock defense didn't have a single turnover against that Tennessee offense. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. SEC football, too. What's up, man? All I'm going to say is if we have the lead to start the fourth, we better not choke this time. Yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of years how South Carolina against Florida just – for whatever reason, Florida has been able to come up with big plays late or have some referees give them some calls their way or just whatever against South Carolina. They've had the juice late in the game. That's really all you can say. They've had the juice late in the game, and I don't know what it is. So, let's see. Chandler Bryan, get Dak and Doty in the game. Yeah, like I said, I think you're going to see both those guys. I would expect Dak to have a catch today, no question. You got to have some targets, man. You got to have some other targets outside of Shi Smith. Like I said, and I said this, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I may have said it on the Daily Crow, but here's the biggest thing. I said it on the radio, actually, with Mark Ryan. Here's the biggest thing. Even if you lose this football game, you can't not go to anybody else outside of Shi Smith just because, they're unproven or they're young. Give them a chance. Give a guy like Rico Powers a chance. Give a guy like Dak Joyner, Luke Doty, Jakari Caldwell, even Josh Vann. Give them a chance to make plays. You got to give them a chance to make plays. You got to give guys other guys opportunities and go to other people and just see what happens. You know what I mean? Because, you're never going to find out whether they're ready for the moment or they're ready to be a contributor if you never go to them. So you got to distribute the football. Obviously, they're going to try to take away Shi Smith. I've been saying that all week long that they're going to try to take away Shi Smith. Do your absolute best to find other guys. Like I said, you got to. Whether it's going to be Leggett, Van, Caldwell, Powers, Doty, Joyner. Like I said, you got to find other people. For the long term of the season, too, because I said this yesterday. In this season, there are going to be other games this year that are much more 50-50 toss-up type of games where you're not going to be a 2+ touchdown underdog. You want it in a game like this. Maybe a guy like Rico Powers has 3 or 4 catches, has a touchdown catch. Maybe a guy like Josh Vann or Jakari Caldwell or any of the other guys. Maybe they have some catches and get some confidence, and that's going to help you later on in the season. You can't just keep trying to force feed the ball to Shi Smith. I think they're going to do that today by default. Florida's just not going to let you push it to Shi Smith all afternoon. I seriously doubt it. So, again, like I said, I've been saying all week, defensive coordinators are paid a lot of money to take away your best player, and I think that's probably what Florida and Todd Grantham, that's what he's going to try to do. He's going to bring pressure on Colin Hill and try to take Shi Smith out of this football game. Who else do you go to? That is the big question in my mind. Let's see. Phillip Carr Harris, Doty and the Wildcat on third down and red zone situations. Fake a punt or field goal. What do we have to lose? Try to shock them. Yeah, I said this on social media. Here's the big thing in this, the recipe to success. You got to get 2 or 3 turnovers. You got to turn a turnover into a score, maybe get a defensive touchdown, maybe a special teams touchdown, and you just got to hope for some good fortune. That's the key to the upset today. That's the key to the upset. Andrew, the textbook, South Carolina needs to get the momentum going early if they want to win and can't give it up. I agree. Obviously, it would certainly help to get off to a fast start. You don't want to find yourself down 14-0, 17-0, but be behind the 8 ball because this offense isn't built, in my opinion, to come back from something like that. You still want to be balanced. You still want to run the football, and it's going to be hard to be balanced if you're down 14 or 21 points. Let's see. Jonathan Vaughn's got to establish the run 110%. Let's see. Carolina Titan, we need that killer instinct. Can't get conservative if we get lucky and get a lead. Yeah, keep the foot on the gas pedal. I mean, I think that's a given at this point. I think that's 100% a given. Yeah, be aggressive. I'm always err on the side of aggressiveness. I'd rather be aggressive. You know what I mean? Wow, breaking news. Cam Newton tests positive for COVID-19. Out against the Chiefs. Well, I will be damned. Isn't that something? I will be damned. Isn't that crazy? Just saw it come up on my phone. Let's see. SEC football, too. We need guys to step up today, put some new guys out there. I really want to see Dak Joyner play today. I feel like we've been wasting him. Like I said, this offense needs as many athletes as it can get. Put your best athletes on the field. That's my big thing. Put your best athletes on the field, period, point blank. Michael Martin, what do you think about Birch's first game? Think he gets a sack today against the Florida line? I thought he was really good. I won't say he gets a sack, but I thought he was good. Thought he was good against Tennessee. I think he's going to be a big-time player for us for sure. Andrew Bowers, I think Xavier has a good game. 100 yards receiving. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that from Xavier Legette. I think he has the capability, and he had 50 last week. Why not? Greg Riley, what do you think that the defense has to do to keep Kyle Pitts from getting the ball? You're not going to hold him to 0 catches. I'm just going to tell you right now. You're not going to do it. I mean, you got to do your absolute best to limit him, contain him, put 2 guys on him, put 3 guys on him, but they're going to get him the football, no question. I mean, it's kind of like Shi Smith, man. I mean, Shi Smith, I'm saying Florida's going to take him away, no question, but we're going to get him the ball. I mean, there's just no doubt. You have to get him the ball. Let's see. Chandler Bryan, if Carolina wins the coin flip, do you receive or defer? That's a great question because last week it was so easy. I said defer, easily put your strength on the field. This week, I don't know. I mean, I'd still probably say defer. You still feel like the defense is your strength. You should at least. I don't know. Put the defense on the field. Why not? I say defer, but who knows? Savannah Webster, what's up? Can we really afford to double and triple team Pitts with them having so many other weapons? You're going to have to double him. I mean, you're just going to have to. I mean, maybe if you want to start out the game, you want to see if Izzy can go one-on-one with him, fine, but I don't think anybody can cover him one-on-one most likely because, I mean, dude, even as much as I love J.C. Horn, Kyle Pitts is 6'6". JC's what, 6 foot? I mean, it's just, what is JC? Is JC 6 foot or 6'1"? Hell, he might be 6'2". I could be wrong. Let's see, on the roster, he's listed at 6'1". Okay. But either way, JC's given up 5 inches. I mean, that's tough for anybody, man. As good as JC is, that is tough for anybody. SEC football tube, it's a noon game, so I could see Florida possibly starting slow as they've been doing against USC the last 2-3 years. If they start slow, we have to take advantage of that. Yeah, you're going to have to take advantage of all Florida mistakes today. It's like I said, some people have been asking me, what's the key to a big upset? What's the key to a big upset? You need 2 or 3 turnovers, whether that be interception, fumbles, whatever. When you get them, you obviously, like you said, got to take advantage. You have to take advantage. I think you're probably going to need something weird to happen, like a defensive score, a special team score. And again, you just got to hope for some good fortune. You got to hope the ball bounces your way in certain key scenarios. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the key to a big road upset in the SEC when you're a 2+ touchdown underdog, in my opinion. So Phillip Carr here, senior offensive lineman Sedarius Hutchinson did not make the trip down to the swamp. You're kidding me. You're joking. You're joking. You're joking. You're joking. You're joking. Where are you seeing this? Where are you seeing this? Where are you seeing Sedarius Hutchinson is out for the game today? Where are you seeing that? I'm not seeing that. Where are you seeing that? I need answers now. Where are you seeing that? Where are you seeing that? Please do not play with my emotions like this. You're kidding me, dude. Okay, I guess I'll find out in 10 minutes after we get off of here. Let's see. Marion R26. Marty Smith just said number 24 is a game time decision. And from what I've heard, he's moving around in pregame warmups. He should be good to go. I hope that's the case. Look at that. He's sending me the link and everything. I don't think I can. Well, that's not how you do it. That's not. Okay, I'll check it after. Is the game going to be on TV? Yes, the game is a noon kick on ESPN. It is on ESPN. Yes, absolutely. God, that's Phillip Carr Harris. Why are you scaring me like that? Jesus Christ. Thank God I didn't post anything. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. So you can't do that. You can't say things like that and those things not be true. You can't do that to me. Again, it's all good. Taking your questions, comments, whatever. Whatever it is. Like I said, last minute thoughts. We got about 9 minutes. Last minute thoughts on this. I'm not. I've seen a lot of people comparing this year's game to last year's game with like the way they felt pregame. I do not have that sense of optimism. I'll just be honest. I do not have that sense of optimism I had before the Georgia game, just because we always play Georgia tough. It's like no matter what the spread is, no matter what the records are, that's one of those true. And I know Georgia may not consider it a huge rivalry game because they have so many rivals, but that's a rivalry game. And it feels like truly one of those rivalry games where you just throw the records out the window and the two teams play each other tough. There's so much familiarity between the Georgia and South Carolina guys. So, you know, I don't feel the same way about this one. I think it's a tall task. The secondary concerns me greatly. The defense as a whole concerns me greatly. And then offensively, again, when they take when they take away Shi Smith, who do we go to? And if we cannot run the football, it's just going to be a really long day offensively. And I mean, that's, I could see us maybe making this a 13-point game, 2-touchdown game. I mean, that's really if we don't make mistakes. If we shoot ourselves in the foot, if we turn the football over, you can forget about it. It's going to be a long, long, long day for us. So, where's my vodka? Jeremy Smith, maybe if we beat Vandy by 2 or 3 touchdowns, we might slide in the top 25, but it'll be close. No, we will not be in the top 25 if we beat Vanderbilt. Lindsey Hagler, does TSUS have a game day playlist you'd like to share? I don't necessarily have one. I can make one, though, because I have a playlist of songs I listen to. I've just really never put it together. So that would be fun. Maybe I'll make a TSUS game day playlist. So, Brian Welch, how many yards on the ground do we get today and how many yards through the year? I'll tell you this, over under, I think we go under 100 on the ground, probably around 250 to 280 through the air. Carolina Titan, UT will drop when Big Ten and Pac-12 gets in the rankings. Well, I thought they already put them in. I thought maybe Pac-12's not in, but Big Ten is in. Big Ten is in the rankings. SEC football too. I'm not trying to look ahead to next weekend, but geez, I'm ready to play a team we're nearly guaranteed to win against. Here's a good question. Taylor, T-Man, Novinger, do you like the new uniforms? Yes. I'm a big fan of the new uniforms. You guys can even see here. I mean, you guys probably saw this on social media. I've got the background on my phone. I don't know how I can. There you go. Really, really cool stuff, which I'll be making that available early next week. But, no, I love it. I love the uniformity as far as the stripes matching. They flip the stripes, obviously, on the helmet and stuff like that. But I love them. I think, honestly, the unis look fantastic, and I can't wait to see them on TV. I think they look great. For sure. Got about 5 minutes, guys, taking your questions, comments, everything else. Obviously, kind of last-second thoughts before the Gamecocks take on Florida. Taking your questions, comments, last-minute thoughts. Let's see. Yeah, the white unis are awesome. Super crispy, super nice. Jeremy Smith. I was saying if we were to beat Florida and then beat Vandy. Yeah, I mean, maybe then. But, yeah, not just if we beat Vandy. Not just if we beat Vandy, for sure. Throw out a little beat Florida tweet here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Wouldn't it be something if we win today? Yeah, it would be something. All right, that's for sure. Let's see. Do you think Birch starts today? I don't think he'll be in the starting lineup, but he will play a lot. He will definitely play a lot. SEC football too. If we beat Florida and then Vandy, then I can see us maybe getting the top 25. I agree with you. Yeah, I mean maybe. I mean Florida's ranked number 3, so I mean maybe, but I don't know. You know us. Carolina won't get the benefit of the doubt. There's no question. We will not get the benefit of the doubt from the poll voters, no matter what it seems like. It's a big if. I agree. Brian Welch, throw Hill, Doty, and join in the backfield at the same time and confuse the hell out of Florida. Might as well. Yeah, I'm down. Hey, get creative. I genuinely feel we have nothing to lose. Play that way. Just play like you got nothing to lose. Taylor Novinger, Birch is head and shoulders above the other D linemen. I mean, again, he'll be out there for sure. I think they're trying to not put too much on his plate at once, but he will 110% be out there for sure. Josh Clark, do you think Doty gets some snaps today? Yes. I mean, according to Muschamp, he's supposed to, so I think he will. I think you're going to see him on the field at some point. Not at quarterback. I think he'll be at wide receiver, not at quarterback. So, yeah, I think he will be on the field at wide receiver. So, you got about 3 minutes, guys, taking your last-minute questions, comments, everything else. Taking your questions, comments, everything else, what it might be, last-second thoughts, score predictions, last-minute score prediction, how you feeling? You feeling more optimistic, less optimistic? How do you feel now as we just sit just over 30 minutes from kickoff? How do you feel? Carbine plays, I say losing today means nothing. Making up for a Tennessee loss will be an A&M win. Yeah, like I said, you can pull a lot of positives from this game and not win, just in the sense of there are going to be other games that are much more winnable, much more 50-50, much more swing type of games. I mean, in the preseason, I picked this as a loss. You know, when I look at the season beforehand, I look at wins, toss-ups, and losses. I put this one in the loss category. I thought before the season Florida was a legit playoff contender. I still believe that. I think in the swamp, too. I know it's not the same swamp, obviously just 17,000 fans, but it's just a tall task. And it's going to be – listen, it's going to be a tall task for everybody that plays Florida, for sure. So – For sure. Carolina Titan, Birch got his feet wet with Trey Smith last week. I think he'll be a great player. Yeah, I think Birch is on pace to have a long, successful career at South Carolina, no question. I mean, the kid's got undeniable talent. You can see it. He's got undeniable talent. So, for sure. Got about a minute and a half left, guys. You know, I said this on social media, on Twitter at least, and I'll say it again here to you guys. Whether we're favored by 100 or an 100-point underdog, I'll never stop getting excited for game day. I love it. You know, the opportunity to do something, the opportunity to get a big win. You know, I'm not picking it, obviously, but, you know, people think, oh, Chris is down in the dumps, wants us to lose. No, I give realistic predictions throughout the week, but I'm just the same as any other Carolina fan on game day. Just fingers crossed, hopeful, praying that the boys prove me wrong, go out there, play their best football, things break our way, and we get a W. I mean, that's all you can hope for. So, you know, if South Carolina can establish the run, if they can maybe get the ball to Xavier Legette, get creative on offense, find other weapons, and get Shi Smith the ball in opportunities where he's one-on-one and gets open. Also, if this defense, if Jamie can maybe have a little bit better game than he did last week, obviously Izzy and JC do their thing, get pressure on Kyle Trask up front. That's going to be the key defensively as well. Force him into some mistakes. He's not a perfect quarterback. He's very, very good. I'm very high on, but he's not a perfect quarterback. Force a couple of turnovers, take advantage. You never know. Maybe South Carolina can have a great day. Maybe South Carolina can get the W. That's why they play the game. I give predictions. We give prognostications. We talk about the game all week, but that's why they play the game, I should say. Guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Go Cox. Beat Florida. Talk to you at halftime. Talk to you post game. Let's go.